Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I am Connor Williams and we're back with another one of our 24/7 news report videos. As always, we start these news report videos with our headline news. And the headline news is that Newcastle United are planning a move to sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin. However, Everton do not want to sell to a direct rival. That's come from Luke Edwards of The Telegraph. We did run a poll as well on the Toffee Blues Twitter if you want to get voting on that, because it's still open for only 2 more hours. But if you want to get voting on any of the polls, then go follow the Toffee Blues on Twitter. The link will be in the description down below. We said, would you sell Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Newcastle? 3,291 of you have voted, 67.9% saying nope, 32.1% saying yes. Interesting. Yeah, obviously, I know he's come off the back of a tough season. Surprised Newcastle are looking at him. Surprised anyone is, just because he's had a tough season, bad injury, struggled to recover for most of the season. I think we're probably going to have to wait till next season to see the best of Calvert-Lewin again, which is no shock really. If you know, it is what it is. It's injuries. They're unlucky. It's a shame. I'm not surprised Everton don't want to sell to Newcastle. It seems a bit weird calling them direct rivals, but I guess they are, should be mid-table club with a lot of money behind them. So, and their fans sort of have riled up this big rivalry in their heads with us. Although I don't think we really are that bothered about Newcastle or as triggered as their fans are about us. But I guess in terms of, mid-table club with a lot of money, they're direct rivals. Historically, this will get some bites from them, but we are a bigger club, and that's just tough. Yeah, I can sort of see why. I personally don't want to sell him at all. I think he's still got a lot of value for us. If we had to lose him or Richarlison, I always said I'd rather lose Calvert-Lewin, which I would. But ideally, I wouldn't want to lose either of them. I still think he's a very good striker. He's had a tough season. He spoke out and said, not just his injury, he's just had an overall tough season. He sort of indicated that maybe it's mental health as well. So it has been a really tough season for him, and I think he needs to support the fans and the club, and I'm sure the fans will give it him, as do I think the club, and sort of rally around him, and I think we'll see him repay the favour. I know there's rumours that he wants to leave, and he's fed up and all that, but until we know for certain, it's just rumours, isn't it? It's paper talk. You can't take much as fact these days. So yeah, I don't know. I personally think in terms of the player, he's got a lot of value to still offer us. I don't have a lot of faith that if we sold him, we'd get a replacement either that's up to standard, as we seem to struggle to replace strikers at this club. But yeah, overall, Newcastle were going to offer us silly money, 50, 60 million, which is what I think he was valued, or rumoured to be valued at last season, coming off that Ancelotti season. If they offered that now, I'd say sell him, snap that up. But if they're going to offer like 20, 30, which I think they probably will do, we might as well just keep him. He's still young. He's got a lot of potential still. He improves season on season. Like I said, I really like him. I like the type of player he is. He's your old-fashioned number 9. He has his what's the word? His weaknesses. I don't think he's a brilliant dribbler with the ball. He's not the type of striker who takes on 6 men, but he's your proper get it in anywhere near the 6-yard box, on his head, on his feet. He'll hit it first time. We saw that last year under Ancelotti, and Ancelotti said he wanted him to be a bit like Inzaghi, just hit it first time. And that type of striker, I think he does really well at, and his aerial presence is something just amazing. Really is astonishing. The height he gets, his heading ability, and not just that, his hunger to get on the end of stuff when he's fully fit. I think he's got a lot to give Everton still. We also have the Aston Villa are interested in Juventus striker Moise Kean. This has come from Marcelo Chirico, who is a journalist an opinionist for 7 Gold Sport. I've not really heard of this journalist before, but apparently he covers Juventus, which obviously makes a bit of sense. I can't say I've heard a lot about him. I think he's obviously Juventus. He's stuck there anyway. I think what I heard was they want to offer us the money up front, buy him outright because he's got a 2-season loan or something, and then want to sell him on very quickly. if Aston Villa are going to be the club, I think there's still a player in there. I think he's still got an ability. I think he needs to start showing it soon now. He's clearly not the player Juventus thought they were getting back. He's not the player we thought we were getting. It's a bit of a risk from Aston Villa, in all honesty. He's not shown for quite a bit. Do think he did okay at PSG, but obviously that's talent of that squad. It'd be hard not to. I think this could be make or break for him, Villa, and it could be make or break for Villa. It's a big gamble for them, but it's even bigger for him. He's got to start making a bit of a name for himself at his age. Otherwise, he's going to fall by the wayside and be another wonder kid that never fell up to his potential. And he has got talent. He's a talented lad. He's a really talented lad. I just think, for whatever reason, he's not managed to kick on, and I think it's about time he does. Now we have the Everton, Newcastle, West Ham, Napoli, Inter Milan are all interested in signing Chelsea forward Armando Broja. This has come from the Mail Sport. We've been linked with him. Lampard's said to be a fan of him. Obviously, Lampard being ex-Chelsea, everyone thinks they might do us a favour. I personally don't think they will. They'll sell to the highest bidder. It doesn't matter who that is, they'll sell. Newcastle, I guess this is their option if they don't get Calvert-Lewin. West Ham, I've heard are linked with him, and a couple of other strikers. They're in the shopping window for a striker. Napoli, I'm a bit surprised because they've got Osimhen. And Inter Milan, I'm a bit surprised because Lukaku's recently come out and said he's absolutely gasping to go back there. So those two, I wouldn't say are complete worries. Newcastle, I could see him going to maybe if we keep Dominic Calvert-Lewin. If we keep Lewin, though, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I don't think there's much need for Broja except for a backup. And I don't think Broja's going to come to sit on our bench as a backup, to be honest. So it'll be interesting. I think this maybe is expecting Calvert-Lewin to go. I mean, he looks okay. I think he had a good start to the season, then fell off a little bit. But he's still young. He's a very physical-esque striker, tall. He's very much is a similar mould of Calvert-Lewin. So watch the space really with this. Maybe not. The thing is, because we've got Frank Lampard, we seem to be linked with every former Chelsea player under the sun. I've seen Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, Gilmour, Broja, and someone else linked with us in the past week. I don't know how much of it's truth and how much of it's just, who did the manager used to play for and manage? Chelsea. Whack a load of Chelsea players that aren't going to get in Chelsea's side next season into it, apart from Gallagher, who I think might get in their side next year. We also have the news that French side Marseille are interested in Yerry Mina and are prepared to offer 20 million for the Colombian. This has come from Colombia Detail Zero. We did run a poll on this one as well. Would you sell Yerry Mina? So far, that one is open for 23 hours, so you can go still vote on it. 2,253 of you have voted, 85.9% saying yes, you would sell him, myself included, 14.1% saying nope. I think the majority, I speak with the majority here that have said yes. I'm only saying sell him because his body, he can't stay fit and we need a centre-back that can play most games. If it was just ability and he's fully fit, I'd never say sell him. I really like his character. I like him as a defender. He's a proper, big, physical, gets in the head of the attacker striker. I could run out of superlatives for him. The only negative is he's never fit for more than 5 games. And when you need a leader, you can't have your leader on the medics table every 2 minutes. So I would suggest selling him and trying to find someone else, unless we can sort out his injury problems. But we've had a couple of managers now and a couple of different medical staffs, and they've not managed to find the secret to him yet. So it'd be interesting to see. 20 million's an all right price as well. He's on his final year of his contract, I believe, over the last 18 months. So yeah, we'll have to see. I think it is his final year. So yeah, it's a shame. I really like him, but if his body's not up to the fight, then yeah, what more can you do? Maybe at a different league, a lower pace, a lower intensity, he might stay a bit fitter. It might just be the Premier League. We'll have to wait and see. We also have that Salomon Rondon has addressed his immediate future, made it clear he wants to continue being important for the club. Yeah, I don't know who's told him he's important to us, but bless him. But I'm not surprised he's come out and said I only joined a year ago. He probably does enjoy being here. He is one I would be selling. I'm not convinced by him. I wasn't convinced at the start of the season. He had one or two periods of a good game. Not enough for me. I'd look to sell him in all honesty. I know who's told him he's important, bless him. But he's not for me. He's very much an easily replaceable player. Next, we have Everton have learned about their summer target, Steven Bergwijn. Learn about his price tag. His price tag is €30 million, according to Fabrizio Romano. And Ajax are favourites to get him. So he'll be going back to Holland, which is where he's from, which could work out for him. I imagine Ajax are going to get a bit of money from sales, as they already have. But I think there's a couple more players that could end up leaving Ajax to make way for him. And Ajax have been interested since January, so that they very are. This isn't sort of at the whim of always available. It very much looks like they might want him. Finally, we have that Everton have been ranked as the 89th. Everton forward Richarlison has been ranked as the 89th most valuable player in football, according to research group CIES Football Observatory. He's valued at €52.9 million. According to their latest analysis, this estimates players' value, including their age, performance, economic value of the club, inflation to work out estimated values. Mbappe obviously tops that at 205.6 million, and Vinicius Junior is second with 185.3, and Manchester City's Erling Haaland is 152.6 million, which shows that City getting in for his buyout clause was an absolute steal. But yeah, Richarlison, interesting to see. Obviously, he's linked away with the club, so that's what they value him at. Obviously, they're not the sellers, the club is. So the club doesn't matter what anyone says, the club will value the player what they value a player is worth to the club. I always think people get this a bit misconstrued with football. When they go, I can't believe, I think it was Declan Rice for West Ham, people going, I can't believe they West Ham think he's worth that. They're not saying that they think he's worth that in general terms of, he's, compared to the rest of football, he's worth that to them. So like Richarlison will be worth a little bit more than that to us because he's an important player. It'd be like having, an amazing 5-star player at a football club. It's probably average squad's 3-star, and that 5-star player could be playing in like League Two. You wouldn't spend, like 10 million on a League Two player, but the club might do that to put you off because that's how much he's worth to them. You might not look at compared to the rest of football, but to the club, he's invaluable. It's beauty's in the eye of the beholder is the perfect way to sum this up. And I think that's what we see Richarlison as, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, that's everything we've got time for today in the news. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below any of your thoughts on the things discussed. Would you sell Yerry Mina? Give me a yes or no in the comments. Would you sell Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Give me a yes or no. Do you think Broja's a good fit? If not, name another striker. I've seen us linked with a couple. Batshuayi, who we're linked with every single summer. He's one of those ones. He's linked with us every summer, but you only see it once, like one rumour, then it's gone. And I've seen us linked with a couple more strikers, but the names are escaping me. But yeah, let me know all that down below, and I'll see you guys very soon.